Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video, and it's going to be a cryptocurrency and Bitcoin weekly outlook as we are now coming up to the weekly candle closure. And I think this is going to be one of the most pivotal turning points and crucial points in the market for the next coming 6 months. So I think the next 6 month period is going to be a really key time in the market, and I think we need to expect now, after a low period of volatility down here, we had really low volatility down here with sideways action of people saying, you know, we're going to break down. And obviously we made a video a couple of months ago just outlining that, just doing some true range analysis, analysing this as a bit of manipulation up here in the market, and also saying that we thought this candle to the downside was very similar to this big bullish candle to the upside. And the psychology behind these candles are, this big bullish candle above the range, what seemed to be a breakout, would have brought in many buyers, and there was quite a good narrative back then. People was bullish. But as we got down here with this big bearish candle, what seemed to be a range breakdown, you know, the FTX narrative, bankruptcies, Genesis, we had everything down there to make people sell. And what have we done? We've come back into the range, and that is crucial. And with only 1 hour to go now for the weekly time and this weekly candle to close, it looks like we're going to close within this range. So as you can see, when we did it here and we manipulated to the upside and we closed back within this range, we then went on to the middle of the range, and we already are kind of in the middle of the range now. So if we can expect anything like the last true range, we need to expect volatility. And what comes in these ranges is really important, because what I'm expecting is somewhat of a bit of a period of high volatility where we come back down probably around the 18,770 zone is what I'm going to be looking for if we do get any short pullbacks on the way, but then really looking to capitalize on the next move to the upside. And we already have kind of capitalized on the market manipulation, because you know we was accumulating down at these levels because we spotted it as manipulation. Well, that's what we thought at the time, and it seems to be proven correct up to now. Obviously things can change in the market, but analyzing that big bearish candle, what seemed to be a range breakdown, for it to only reverse and come back in just like we had here to the upside, is a really key sign. So with manipulation covered, with the true range analysis covered, let's just move on to sentiment, because what I'm seeing in the market right now is a bit of disbelief from people that thought the market was just going to continue down and down and down. And how many times did you hear on Twitter or on YouTube, it's crypto's dead, it's 10,000 next for sure. And you know, we went from 15,000 straight back to 20,000. So as everyone was calling for 10,000, the next target was obviously for the market to go and take this short liquidity here and get us back into that range. So it's really nice to see, and it's nice to see what we was expecting played out, but it's not always going to be that way. So we're not going to say we'll get everything right, but what we need to be on the lookout for, in my opinion, is like on the move down where you get I made a video the other day where we have a bit of a analysis on Bitcoin and the rule of 3 and why the number 3 is so important. I think right now we are just in the first stage of the market moving to the upside. So if we do get a bit of consolidation here, like we are expecting, a bit of volatility, we need to expect a bit of a dump before then the pump into the next range. You can expect something like this, and this would probably be quite a short range, short-lived. Still, the bears would be in quite a bit of disbelief, because people would then be saying, yep, we're just going to retest this area and then go down. But what I think is going to happen is after the 1, 2, we'll get a third range being created up and around these liquidity levels right here, where then the bears of today become really bullish. Right up here, people become so bullish, and it's like bull market's back on, the bull market's back on. In which case we then move on to the final stage of, I'm going to just make this a different colour because I think we would get quite a bit of manipulation here. Let's make it purple. I think we would give these people that are trying to long the market up here at around the $39,000-$40,000 zone, give these people a bit of success. Right there, make them think that they're the geniuses by longing here, but not longing down here. You know, give them a bit of success and make them think, yes, 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 we're just going to carry on. We're going to go from this box and we're going to go to all-time highs. And at that point, I think the market would put in a very decent sized correction. Whether we go break new lows or whether we just come back to these ranges here, I think at this point here where everyone is so bullish, all the bears have capitulated and said, you know what, you're right, the bull market's back on, we're going to go to all new all-time highs. I'm going to get in here. See, yep, showed you I was right, for the market to reverse on a dime. Just like the scenarios where we had down here. Manipulation, make all the bears think, yep, you're so totally correct, we're going to go further, then snap back. Just like here, make all the bulls think, yep, the market's back on, snap back. So what we need to be expecting is people to be in disbelief all the way up. And this count to the upside could simply be a WXY count, where we come down, go up, and then go set new lows. Or, in the absolute bullish case, this could be the start of a 1-2 to the upside. And if you look at the bottom here, I'm not talking about time frames here. This would just be market analysis and market structure. This doesn't have to happen by August or whatever. But what I'm showing here is just what I would expect the market structure to look like, and how I would expect people's sentiment and the bear sentiment of today to be changing at each of these levels. So at what point are you guys who have entered the market down here with us in the altcoin market going to take profit? Because I think a really nice time and a really good profit taking zone on the altcoins or on Bitcoin in general would be around the 39 to 45,000 zone. We do have CME gaps up here on the futures chart on Bitcoin. So I think the 39 to 45,000 zone, where all the bears have become bullish, would be a really nice profit taking zone. And then to expect a nice free wave pullback to at least this range where we started the breakout, you know, maybe even a bit lower. But taking profit at these levels to the upside will probably seem quite stupid at the time, because 90% of crypto Twitter or YouTube will be saying, yes, the bull market's back on, 100k. Right here, you know what it's like. If you've been in the market where we've got crazy targets coming into the market up here, you know exactly what it's going to be like down here, where we've had the manipulation, we've had 1, 2, 3 boxes of psychological manipulation, making people get back into that bullish mode. Then we give them a bit of success for it to only reverse and make them lose out again, and they'll probably sell at the bottom of this range, no doubt about it. How many people do you know that have got into the market up here for them to only sell down here with them big scary news narratives? So really what we need to expect is a really good news narratives up and around the 30 to 40,000 zone, because this is what's going to give the big whales, the big people who have been accumulating down at these lows, that exit liquidity. We need people coming back into the market saying, you know what, the news is so good, Bitcoin's going to definitely go to 100,000, whether it's a currency narrative, whether it's a narrative about a country adopting Bitcoin, or crypto is going to be the next big thing, or Web3, here we go. It's all the same. It's all the same market sentiment. Comes around every time. Just like down here, we get the FTX narrative. Oh no, crypto's going to die. Up here, it'll be crypto's back. The bull market's back on. Look at this big news narrative for people to only lose money again. That's simply the way the market works, with media manipulation, market manipulation. Undoubtedly, that is what goes on. So how is our decision making then going to change as this market moves down? Has our decision making changed down here? And how is it possibly going to change up here? Because we don't want it to be changing at all. We want to stay level headed. We want to stay really we want to stay grounded in the market. We know what goes on. We know exactly what goes on in this market. We know this market is manipulated, and we know people will enter at the wrong time. So right now, if you've entered the market down here, we are in a great situation. Absolutely brilliant situation, especially with the altcoins. So let's make sure if we get this move to the upside and we get around here and the narrative is brilliant, let's at least take 30-40% profit. This way you protect yourself and you can use that profit if we move back down and increase the amount of cryptocurrency you've got. Because if you are bullish on crypto and you think it's going to go to the moon, why not take profit and buy back lower? Because you know this market moves in waves. This is something that we can expect to see, in my opinion. Now, we've discussed different Elliott wave counts in different videos, analysing why this was probably the lower range and we get a move to the upside. So just plan in advance, guys. Have your profit take levels. Obviously, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I just thought this would be a different kind of video, bit of a weekly outlook on what we can be expecting to see in terms of psychology, market sentiment, bit of manipulation, and just analysing the true ranges. But yeah, guys, of course, not financial advice. If you did like this kind of video, give it a like, comment down below, and let me know what you think. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. I have not edited this video at all. It's just been 12 minutes straight of me talking at the market. So if it sounded a little bit off the cusp, it really is off the cusp here. No script, just going through the market, going through a few different things. So if you did like it, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Cheers.